Hi, everybody. Peace and blessings to you on today. I hope you can hear me pretty well. I do have my grandbaby here, so it may be just a little background noise in the background. I'm not live, so I don't usually go back, as y'all can see, and do a whole lot of editing. But anyway, nevertheless, I just wanted to say this. I wanted to share this with you, what the Lord put in my spirit on this morning. And what he gave me was the book of Psalms, the 20th chapter and the 7th verse. And it says, some put their trust in horses, some put their trust in chariots. But he's letting us know that he is the source of our strength. And everything that he blesses us with are the resources. And we can only find victory in him. We can only find peace in him, in contentment in him. It's only through him and being in the presence of him that we can find all of these things that are applicable to strengthen us in the time of trouble, in the time of need, in the time that we feel like that we are about to give up or to give in, but God will give us that extra strength. And then he also says, let the strong bear the infirmities of the weak. But even in this, y'all, we have to have knowledge and wisdom to know when to apply these things in our lives. It's like precept upon precept. And another thing that he gave me to give to the people, when he says the battle is not ours, but the battle is the Lord's. Even in this, there are stipulations, y'all. We have to learn that with God is, if we do this, then he comply with us and do what he has to do on his part. Is so much going on in the world. Devastation, like I have told you months and months ago, even a year or two ago, when I was even on Facebook, letting the people know the things that was going to happen on the earth. Things now, we at a point where it's just radical. It is radical, the things that are going on now. And we have to let the Lord fight our battles. But in doing so, we have to know how to do what we need to do on our part. It's just like if we go to court, the judge, the prosecutor, the attorney, the plaintiff, or whomever it may be, they all have a part to play when you go into court. It's just like the government. You have the cabinet members. You already have the legislature. You have the judicial. You have the executive branches, but they all play a certain part. And when they come together, you have the senator, the congressman, and women, and the representative. They all come in as a body. As a body, whether they have a common itinerary together to make it work or not. So this is the way it is when the Lord is saying he will fight our battles. But we have to think about it reasonably. Every battle is not ours. Hello, every battle that has to be fought. Some battles are just not assigned to me. Some battle and some people that are not assigned to me. That's why the Bible tells us some plant, some water, and God gives the increase. That lets you know you do your part, somebody else will come in and do their part, and in the end, he will settle it all. So we as people, we have to learn whether you believe in Christianity or believe in God or not. You're going to have to learn how to not get involved with every little thing that go on around you, or do not surround yourself in every little battle that comes up against you or come up against me. I have learned this the hard way. Some things you pray about it and you move on. You have to pray about it and move on. And let the word do the work. Because there are sabotages by the enemy set up. There are things that will come and have your mind delusional. Because sometimes you can try to bear everybody's burdens. And some people are just not called to it. And you will be discombobulated. You won't be able to have a clear mind. You have clutter in your mind. Your thoughts are all cluttered and you all over the place. Because you're trying to carry things that are not meant for you to carry. The enemy is cunning. The only way, think about this, y'all, and I'm going to say this as simply as I can. Oh, by the way, this disclaimer is, this is for educational purposes only. My video will be banned, shadow banned again. But I'm going to tell you this. All of these prison systems that are being built in all of these places, even here in my rural town, they are building more prison systems. You cannot build prison systems when you have no one to put in them. So if you're building all of these prison systems, you have an idea who you're going to put in there. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't put in the effort and apply for the bonds to build these facilities. So how are you going to get people in? Because you're going to cause a ruckus. That's what the older people would say, a ruckus or a ruckus. You're going to cause something to occur to inhabit these people into the place that you want them in. Do not be fooled. Let these people fight their own battles. And it doesn't mean that we are not concerned about the things that are going on in the world with our people. But sometimes, I told you before, that God said this is the season we have to learn how to be silent. Stop running your mouth. Stop running your mouth. And now I realize why the Lord had me to design those t-shirts that said, run your mouth. And sometimes you need to run your mouth. Sometimes you need to be silent. Sit back and watch. Just like a snake that's lying on the ground. He'll sit back and watch because he's cunning. He's not going to just go right on and attack you. He'll sit back and he'll watch. There are some ruthless things going on this earth, and you don't want to be under entrapment. Don't be fooled. Do not be fooled. I know sometimes we quick to want to react to things that we feel like, hey, you're doing us wrong. When have they not did us wrong? There's nothing new under the sun. And I'm warning you all. Be careful for nothing. Be careful for nothing. Don't fall into the system of entrapment. Don't fall for the traps of the evildoers. Some things you just have to leave it alone.